I was just like, yo, this is some sort of sick joke. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, welcome. My name's Afenji. If you're a returning subby, hi babes, how you doing? So today's video is going to be a story time. A couple of people have told me they really like those, so yeah, that's what we're doing. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends about me, tell your family about me. You know, we need to get this thing going. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like and comment, and yeah, share it with your friends. Anyway, let's get into it. But before I continue, I know I said I stopped drinking, but I be lying sometimes. So I have a glass of gin and mango juice. You should try it. If you haven't tried it, it's kind of the bomb. So yeah, anyway, let's get right into the video. So anyway, yeah, 2017, I was living in Hangzhou. I had been single for a while, so you know, I was kind of playing the field, looking around, because a bitch was bored and a bitch was lonely. Yeah, those are very sad times. Anyway, so yeah, I was like looking around, and you know, yeah. So I think it might have been my roommate's birthday. I could be lying, but I think it was her birthday. And my roommate was like the complete opposite of me. She didn't drink, she didn't go out a lot. She was the complete opposite of me. So anyway, I think it was her birthday, and that night I had decided to make her go out with me. I was like, listen girl, we're going out today, whether you like it or not, we are going out. So she said yes, and I was quite surprised because I had asked her before, and this girl was always just like nah. So anyway, that day she was like, alright, cool, bet, let's do it. So I was like, listen, I'm going to get you drunk, okay? That's my mission for the night. And sure enough, I got her drunk. I don't know how, but I got her drunk. So we're over there, we're chilling. We went to, I can't remember what club that was. Pretty sure I didn't even know the name ever, but we went to some club. Me, my roommate, my other friend, a guy from Malawi, this other Kenyan girl, and some other random guy. So anyway, we went out, we had a good time, we were drinking, we were dancing, you know, we were in our section just minding our business. And then I'm over here doing my thing. And then I spy with my little eye. I saw this group of guys walk in, right? Because also the table that we were at was right opposite the door. So anyway, I see this group of guys walking in, and yo, I won't lie to you, they were fine. Shame, they were fine, you know. And the first guy that I noticed was, yeah. So I tapped my friend. I was like, hey, listen, you see what I'm seeing? You see what I'm seeing? I said, listen girl, I don't know how, but I need to talk to this guy tonight. I'm not going to leave this club if I don't get this guy's number. She said, I mean, girl, do your thing. But then I was like, I don't approach guys. I've never been the type to approach guys. Also, I have mad social anxiety, so even just approaching anyone is not a thing that I do, right? But I was like, I'm going to talk to this guy one way or another. So they stood sort of the club was like, it had this seating area type of thing, and there were like different sections, but also there was like a barrier of some sort, not even important, but like there was a way out, so they stood right in front of that car doorway thing. Ghetto. Anyway, so yeah, they stood right in front of the doorway thingy. After some time, like I kept looking at that guy, right? And then I also low-key, you know, I was like, I mean, you kind of gave me a look, but I ain't saying nothing. So anyway, I tapped my roommate. I was like, listen, you need to help me out. We're going to walk to the bar. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to get his attention one way or another. So that's how we got up. We walked to the bar, and then I think right as like we were walking out of the sections to the bar, like she was in front of me. So we're walking, and then I had literally just stepped out. I was, you know, going about my business. I feel someone pull my hand. So I'm like, excuse me, you know? I turn around, and who's holding my hand? Yes, girl. Yeah. Woo! So me, I'm here like, yeah. I know what I was doing. I really didn't know what I was doing, but you know. So then he like pulls my hand, and then he's like, hi. So I'm like, hi. And he's like, you're really beautiful. So I was like, thank you. And he's like, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, you're really beautiful. So I'm like, thanks. And I walked away. Walked to the bar, got some drinks that I didn't even need because I was already pretty drunk. And then we walked back. I don't think he spoke to me again when like me and my friend bypassed him and his friends. So anyway, me and my friend went back to our table. Cool, we're dancing, we're drinking. Him and I were sort of exchanging eye contact, you know? Things were good. And then I went to the bathroom at some point. Like, I was like, whatever, man, I'm going to see him when I see him. If I talk to him, then I talk to him. So I went to the bathroom, and then I bumped into him outside. So then he stopped me again. He's like, hi, what's your name, blah blah, where you from, you know, small talk. What are we going to call him? We're going to call him Jack. So Jack was like tall and like slim, really nice in the face. Yeah, he's from some random African country. You know, we won't get into the specifics, but yeah, so him and I like did the whole small talk thing, and then we exchanged numbers. Cool. So I'm like, what'd I tell y'all? So anyway, continued minding my business. Now, somewhere in this small talk, he like mentioned to me, because I was like, I'm pretty sure you're constantly hitting on random girls at the club. So now he starts telling me, Kuti, no, I don't really talk to girls, blah blah blah. Lots of girls have done me dirty, so you know, I'm not really the type of person to just be chit-chatting with any and everybody. So I was like, okay, cool beans. Fast forward, the night ended. I think it's now like 5 a.m. The club is closing, so it's time to go home. So we walk out. I think him and his friends had already walked out at this point. Yeah. So anyway, so me and my friends are like getting ready to go find us a cab to go home. Next thing I know, there's a fight outside the club. There was police. Not important. It got kind of dramatic. So anyway, we found us a cab. On the drive home, this guy calls me, and he's like, where are you, blah blah blah, did you manage to get away from the club and all the commotion, yada yada yada. So I was like, yeah, I'm cool, me and my friends are going back home. Cool. And then he's like, where do you live? So I told him where I lived. I lived in school at the time. Cool. And then I think he was like, I think he said something like, I want to see you soon, blah, 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 whatever. So I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. So me and my friends went home, yeah? I'm getting ready to go to bed. This guy texts me on some, hey, babe, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, I was feeling the dude, so I entertained it. So yeah, wait. So anyway, I was feeling the guy, so I entertained it. So now I'm home and he's like, I really want to see you. Can you come to my place? Blah, blah, blah. So now I'm like, hectic scenes. I just met you and you want me to come to your house? At this point, I think I was like, I had just turned 19, right? So I know my way around guys, and you know, it's a couple of people I've messed around with. Not messed around with like that, but you know, it's a couple of people I've messed around with. But I've never been to anybody's house, especially not a stranger. So now I'm like, should I do it? Should I not? And all my friends were still in my room at the time. I don't know how come. So now I'm telling my friends, like, you guys, this dude wants me to go to his house right now. What should I do? My roommate was like, you don't really know him. Are you sure? All my other friends were like, you don't really know him, but you know, do your thing. So now I'm like, guys, should I go or should I just sit my ass at home? I started considering it. So now I'm like, alright, YOLO, let me do this thing. So now I started getting ready, blah, blah, blah. And then halfway through getting ready, I was just like, nah. Anxiety started kicking my ass, right? I was like, no ways, I can't go to this guy's house. I just met him 2 hours ago. How am I supposed to go spend the night at his house? At this point, it's like close to 7 in the morning. I was like, no ways. So anyway, I came up with some excuse. I was like, nah, blah, blah, next time. So somewhere during that week that we had met each other, excuse me, he had asked me out on a date, I think. He was like, we should go out to breakfast, blah, blah, blah. At the time, right? Like I said, I have crazy social anxiety. So I didn't used to do dates. Like, dates were never my thing. Me going on a date with a man, I was like, nah, there's no way. Because you know what? It's too much attention on me. I need some distractions. But when you're on a date with someone, it's just the two of you here right in front of each other. It was just a lot. So he asked me out on a date. I came up with some damn excuse. That's how it didn't go. Then one random night, it was actually pretty late, right? I was texting him and then he was like, no, I really want to see you, blah, blah, blah. I wanted us to go on a date, but you said whatever you said. So like, can you come to my house? So now I'm like, alright, cool, I'm going to do this. Hey, that's how your girl got up. It was probably, what time was it? Maybe it was like 1 or 2, somewhere there. Your girl got up, packed an overnight bag, and that's how I left. I told my roommate, girl, I'm gone. I'm going to get my mans. Anyway, so that's how I left. His place was kind of far from mine because he went to like a totally different school on the other side of town. So that's how I went to his place. And then I got there, right? It was kind of weird vibes. He didn't live on campus. He lived at some apartment place, but even the neighborhood was a bit dodgy. So, so I get there, and you know what? I got there, And I texted him like immediately I got off my cab. I was like, yo, I'm outside. He was like, okay, cool, I'm coming to get you. I waited there for a cool 10 minutes. Now, mind you, it's winter. It was cold. Like, it was cold. So I waited there for like a cool 10 minutes or so, waiting for this guy. And I'm just like, the hell? I'm standing here by myself in this dodgy ass neighborhood. I could get killed. Eventually, he shows up on a bike. Lots of people in China like ride bikes or motorbikes or those electric bikes. So he shows up on a motorbike. Now, he showed up with his brother and his cousin on the motorbike with him. So now I'm like, this is odd, but okay. So he gets off. I have no idea where his brother and his cousin are going, but he got off and then they continued going their way. So he's like, hi, blah blah blah, how you doing, yada yada yada. Cool. So we walked to his house. Like we got into his room. Cool. It wasn't terrible. It was a guy's room. It could have been worse. It wasn't bad actually, let me not lie. So yeah, we got to his room. I put my stuff down. We talked for like 5 minutes, literally like 5 minutes, and then he was like, I'm coming, I need to go get something from my friend on the floor below or something like that. So I was like, yeah, okay, no problem, cool, you'll find me. So that's how he left. I thought he would be back in like 5 minutes, because he legit told me, I'm just going to get something, I'll be back in, a minute. So I'm like, okay, cool. Thinking the guy is going to be back in 5 minutes. I think I sat there by myself for maybe a half hour. I was just sitting there waiting for him. So now I'm thinking, you asked me to leave my house in the middle of the night. I get here, you sit down for 5 minutes, and then you leave to go do whatever the heck you're doing. And I'm just supposed to, what do you actually expect me to be doing by myself in your room? I don't even know you. If this was somebody that I had known for like a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I would have been chilling there, minding my business, doing my thing. Because, you get used to people, but I just met this guy a week ago. So yeah, I was there sitting by myself for like 30 minutes. Eventually I texted him like, yo, where are you? And then he's like, actually I called him. So I was like, yo, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I got caught up, I'll be back in literally 5 minutes. So at this point I'm irritated because I'm also pretty impatient, right? So I was just irritated, like, okay. So I said, okay, fine, bye. Tell me why this man said, okay, love you, bye. I was like, I said, no, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. I was like, aight. And I hung up. So now I'm weirded out, like, did this nigga just say love you, bye to some random girl he met a week ago? I was like, nah. Now I had told my friends about him when I met him, and like my friends said, oh yeah, people from that country tend to be like really affectionate and super lovey-dovey, but I didn't think it was that bad. So now I was just like, nah. I think I immediately texted my friends. So anyway, he shows up 5 minutes later, like he said. So I'm like, what took you so long? He's like, no, I'm really sorry, blah blah, I got caught up. I was like, okay, cool. So then now this guy gets naked. I was like, you guys, I like the guy, but things are getting weird. things were getting weird. So he starts getting naked. Before I know it, this man is in his underwear. I was just like, yo, hectic. And me, I'm still in all my clothes. I was wearing sweatpants, leggings inside because, like I said, it was winter. I think I had 2 jumpers on. I was like, yeah, no ways. So anyway, then he tells me like, no, get into bed, blah blah. So that's how I sucked it up, and I got into bed. Then he like just out of nowhere starts cuddling me. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I love cuddles, but I wasn't expecting it. He just ambushed me with the cuddles. So yeah, we're cuddling literally, and I'm not even exaggerating. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. He was knocked out. He was out like a light. I was just like, yo. This is some sort of sick joke. He was out. So now I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm wide awake. Like, what am I actually supposed to do? Now, when I went to his house, I didn't go there thinking like, oh yeah, we're gonna get it on, because, you know, I just wasn't thinking that. But like, I was just like, yeah, there's no way. So I just stayed up for the next couple of hours, just weirded out, just me and my thoughts. I was like, yeah, this is weird as fuck. This is weird as fuck. I was sitting there thinking, this guy just said he loves me, like out of nowhere, when I've known him for a week. And then he shows up after leaving me alone for a half hour, and he's knocked out in 5 minutes. What am I supposed to do? You guys, everything was just weird. So I think by the time he was coming back, maybe it was like 4. Yeah, I think it was like 4. So I stayed up until, no, I was up for like an hour. Then I think I knocked out for 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And then I woke up again, and I'm texting my friends like, you guys, this is some weird ass shit. Like, I'm actually really weirded out right now, and I want to leave. My friends are telling me, no, you can't leave. Like, it's going to be rude, blah, blah. So I'm just like, but guys, what am I actually supposed to do? They're like, no, like, just wait for him. He's going to wake up in the morning. You're going to get to talk, and, you know, you'll figure things out. I was just like, okay, cool. I tried to stick it out, you guys. I think at 7:30, I was just like, there's absolutely no way. There's no fucking way I'm leaving. I said to my friends, I said, I'm leaving right now. I don't care what you say. That's how, you guys, I got up. Actually, before I even like decided to leave, I tried to wake him up. I was literally shouting this guy's name in his ear, and he wasn't waking up. I was just like, I'm in hell. No ways. You guys, I was in hell. That's how, that guy wasn't waking up. So I said, no, I'm leaving. I got up. I very quietly packed my bags. Now I'm trying to think of an escape plan. It was so tense. Eventually I was just like, you know what? I just have to walk out. It's going to be mad awkward if he like hears his door creaking and then he wakes up, but yikes. So anyway, that's how my bags are packed. I wore my coat and I said, right, I'm leaving. And I tried to wake him up again right before I walked out. The guy didn't wake up. So I just opened his door and I quickly walked out. But I left it a little bit open because I felt like if I like closed it with force, it was going to wake him up. So I left it just a little bit open, and then I peeked to see if he was awake. The guy was still asleep. I said, yeah, it is what it is. That's how, you guys, I walked out. I booked my cab and I went home. When I got home, I sent him a text because also I had called my roommate. She was fast asleep, but I called her and I was like, listen girl, I need an escape plan. So anyway, by the time I got home, I sent him a text and I was like, I'm really sorry for leaving without letting you know, but my roommate got super sick in the middle of the night and she needs me. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I went home and I went to sleep. That guy read my text and he didn't reply. You know what? Understandably so, but he didn't reply. I think I tried texting him a couple of times after that, but like he just never used to respond to my text. He was completely done with my shit. Like he was done. But I was just like, it is what it is at this point. And that's how I never saw him again. I never spoke to him again. Like that was it. I felt really bad after that though. Eventually he blocked me. Yeah, he ended up blocking me. I think I apologized to him again. When I realized that he blocked me, I texted him. He blocked me on WeChat. So I texted him on iMessage and I was like, I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. He left me on red. Joey. Yeah, ne? So anyway, eventually I just accepted that he was never going to speak to me again. And I actually understood, because imagine you invite this hoe to your house. Next thing she's like running out like it's fucking, I don't know what. But you know what, guys? I feel like I had really good reason for sneaking out of his house like that. I was still getting over some traumatic shit from like earlier that year. And I was just like everything just made me feel super weird. And between the I love you and the cuddling and the falling asleep in 5 minutes, I just didn't know what to do. So I just decided to leave. So yeah, that's how the guy blocked me. And I never spoke to him again. I never saw him again. I ended up leaving the country like a couple of months later, maybe like a month later. So it was cool, whatever. You know, it was what it was. But please don't ghost people. Like if you're not feeling a situation, just be honest and tell the person like, yeah, this thing isn't going to work. This is what it is and what it ain't. And you know, that's that. Because ghosting is kind of mean. Actually, it's really mean. Although I didn't ghost him, but it was still pretty mean what I did. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I've lived a pretty short life, but an eventful one, which is crazy because I don't go out of the house, so I don't know how some of this shit ends up happening to me. But yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends or really anybody that would be interested or anybody that will listen. Yeah, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.